I'm OCD Mom, and today we are going to go do the Blackwood male companion, Bastian, I believe it's Halifax. And so we are in Solitude right now.
The guild has need of you, comrade.
Oh, that woman, I've got to get her stopped. When you open up, you will need the Blackwood DLC, and you will see Blackwood here on the map. When you first open it up, all you're going to see is this way shrine and this trial. I have a few things open because I did the short last night, and OCD Mom has bought the house here in Leawen. Excuse me. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Sorry. Been a little under the weather. Okay, so when you land in Leawen, you will be here on the map, just outside of town, and you want to take this road that heads east out of town. It's just, oh, well, we're going to swim. It's just easier to do this than to go through town. I should show you town though. It really is well done.
You have my word. If the counselor is in Leawen or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find him.
So then once you leave town, you're going to travel along this road east for a short distance.
Pico, over here.
And then you'll... And then once you do that, you will head south, where you will reach... You know, I called it a delve in the short, and I'm not sure that it's technically a delve. I guess maybe it's just a cave, because it doesn't actually have a sky shard in it, so by calling it a delve, I don't want to mislead anybody. Okay, so we are now headed south. This is Fort Blue Blood, and we should have gone around it. I apologize. There's a little path over here. And you'll want to grab that fort, or the Blue Blood Way Shrine, which is just up there on the hill. But we are headed south to this point right here. So we just have to kind of go over these little mountains.
This was not such a grand idea.
There's a side quest there. I guess technically this is a side quest. I really would recommend starting Blackwood at this point, just so you have your companion with you. You can level them up as you go along in the Blackwood quest line. So you come across this bridge, and if you came here through the short, this is where we started the short, was right about in here. You'll come down here.
Hey, over here.
And you'll find Bastian tied up here on the ground.
I don't know which of the 8 divines sent you this way, but I'm glad to see you. The name's Bastian. Be on your guard, friend. I was accosted by a dark...
What dark elf? What cave?
The dark elf Tanare Vels. She's a traveler I met along the road. The cave is deep. Doc, I'm here to retrieve a fellow named Quisley Silvel. His family sent me to find him. I think he's in trouble.
What do you want from me?
Untie me, please. Well, if you help me get Quisley out of whatever trouble he's in. And I could use someone to watch my back. Interested? Oh, and check the shack. I think Tanare dropped something during our struggle.
I'll see if the dark elf left any clues behind, and I'll help you rescue Quisley.
Oh, thank you. Look around, would you? I'd like to examine whatever my attacker dropped.
Okay, and the shed's just over here. And there's Tanare's contract. As promised, our agreement in writing that you do not take me at my word after our long association is a bit insulting. But I am feeling indulgent. You are to bring me one Quisley Silvel to the syndicate in Leawen, preferably alive. Complete this job, and your debt to the syndicate will be cleared. This fool Quisley has difficulty remembering his debts, but the Silvels are a wealthy Daggerfall family. Maybe they can pay off their son's obligation. If not, debts can be paid off in a number of ways, as you well know. Current whereabouts. Last seen leaving the city some weeks ago. Claimed to be going to Gideon. May have joined smugglers or bandits operating out of a cave south and east of Leawen. Deep Scorn Cavern or caves. That area is riddled with caves. Wears an expensive signet ring. Dresses like a useless rich knob. Fancies himself a ladies' man. Brags a lot. Hopefully smugglers haven't killed him before we can collect on his debt. Lars Tull, Leawen.
Did you find something? Here, let me have a look.
Yeah, just a second. I'm going to steal stuff first. Okay, so where is he?
A letter. I knew I saw something fall out of Tanare's satchel when she ambushed me. Why, this is a contract. Tanare Vels is bringing Quisley in to pay debts in Leawen.
You and Tanare Vels are after the same query?
Damn it. I guess that explains why Tanare knocked me out and tied me up. Of course, that idiot Quisley would gamble away more than he had in his coin purse. He's done it before. Usually begs his parents for help, though.
Tanare's got a head start on you.
I ought to just let the Dark Elf have him, but it would be dishonorable. We better see if we can catch up to her. I'd like to leave her tied up and empty-handed when I drag Quisley out of here by his arrogant nose.
Okay, so we can skip the dialogue. Let's go find Quisley, but for you, I'll listen to him chat. Did you tell Tanare you were going to Deep Scorn Hollow?
Probably. Yes, I did. We were just idly talking on the road. It never occurred to me that someone else might be looking for that petulant brat. It's not the first time I've been asked to get Quisley out of trouble.
You don't sound very fond of Quisley.
I should try to hide it better, I suppose. We were raised together, more or less. Except he was the firstborn of a wealthy family, and I was the foundling they took in. Something which Quisley never quite let me forget.
Have you been looking for Quisley all along?
Well, it's the right thing to do. I mean, the Silvels gave me shelter, educated me alongside Quisley, even hired a tutor for me when I showed some magical aptitude. I owe them. And if looking out for Quisley is how I pay them back, so be it.
Did Tanare react when you mentioned your task?
No, not that I noticed. She said to keep an eye out for smugglers along the coast, and departed soon after. She likely just hung back and followed me the rest of the way. Foolish of me. I should have been more alert.
How often do you work for the Silvels?
All the time. House Silvel has interests in a dozen cities. I travel all over Tamriel, looking after their business. I'm a mage by training, but I spend my days dealing with contracts and cargoes. And chasing after Quisley.
If you don't like the work, why do you do it? Oh, no! I'm sorry.
The letter. I knew I saw. Damn it! I ought to just let the Dark Elf have it. Probably. Yes, I did. No, not that I noticed. All the time.
So if you don't like
House
the work,
Sylvel has
why
interests
do
in
you
a
do
dozen
it?
cities. Miss Sylvel's fostered me from the time I was small, seeing to my education and giving me a place in their home. As I grew older, Lord Sylvel employed me in the family business. What I want to do isn't important. I have an obligation.
Let's go find Quisley.
This is different for Quisley. He's not one for any sort of rough living, other than maybe going to gambling dens and taverns in the seedier parts of town.
Did you tell Tanari why you were going to Deepscorn?
Probably? Yes, I did. We were just idly talking on the road.
We just
It
did
never
this
occurred
whole
to
set
me
of
that someone
dialogue.
else might be looking for that petulant brat.
I guess I should have started
It's not the
at top.
first time I've been asked to get Quisley out of trouble.
Okay, so we did all that dialogue. We won't do it again. All right, so to start the quest, we head down.
A dock, an abandoned shack, a cave by the water. Huh? Looks like a smuggler's den to me.
Yeah, it would have helped if I'd just taken the stairs. Oh, Deep Scorn Hollow.
Maybe there's more to this place than meets the eye.
Maybe.
First time I've had to look for Quisley in such a rustic location. Not his usual style.
Well, I'm going to bring Lydia along. Okay, so we come over here. And I see a lore book. What I think is a lore book? Yes, a lore book. And I notice my weapon is... That should make it a little easier. Okay, if you want, there's
This
some
is
bookshelves
definitely not a
around.
smuggling operation.
They look empty. Oh, not so empty. Another lore book. Dingling's dancing. Okay, so we go out this doorway over here. Get the apples for LJ. Hey, Tycho, how you doing? Okay, so if I can push the right button, I can grab the... Looks like it's empty. I want that backpack, so I will fight you for it. He doesn't seem to be up to much. Whoop. And there was bone in it. Oh, well. I've been using my other accounts. I'm not used to this one that runs faster. Okay, there's a dead end down here. I thought maybe there might be something down here. Nothing. Okay, so we head down this pathway here. And around the outer edge. Doing their laundry. I mean, if you're gonna live in the sewers, I guess you want to stay clean. Unmarked. Unmaker Nightblade? Unmaker? These guys don't appear to be up to too terribly much. There's some weapons here. Should we? Yeah, we'll do it.
It looks like there's another passage beyond.
So, I think most, even low levels, should be able to do this quest. You might have to work a little bit if you're real low level, but I think almost anybody should be able to get through it. Oh, excuse me. Losing my hair.
It's like the ruin
Okay.
just sunk into the ground here.
So we are in this cavern here. Little dead end over there. We're headed up this way. So we will take this person out. Oh, we got 3 of them. Hopefully the 3 to our right don't come along and join in. I think they just have some candles over there, which I'm not interested in.
Help! Help! Somebody!
Keep your voice down. Those lunatics will hear you.
Look, they have captives.
Psst, over here. Let me out before these cultists kill me.
Let me out too! There's a cult of Sithis in these caves! They sacrifice people!
I would not linger here. Flee if you value your life.
Thank you. We've been here for... You should get out of here too, stranger. These people, the Unmakers, they're crazy. I think they're preparing to sacrifice people. Why would anyone want to do such a thing?
We're looking for a Breton named Quisley Seville. Have you seen him?
I've met no one by that name, but that doesn't mean he isn't here somewhere.
Look at
the
that
only
beard.
non-cultist I've seen in days was a dark elf who sneaked by a short time ago. She motioned for us to wait and left without a word. I should go.
Wait, who are these people? Oh, why did they take you prisoner?
They're cultists, I think. They follow someone called the Daughter of Sithis, and they talk about sacrifices to the Unmaker. I was on the road to Gideon when they grabbed me. Can I go now?
Take the passage to the south and be careful.
Before we continue, let's talk a moment.
That's a big dude.
Cultists? That explains some of the decoration in here. So much for the smuggler hypothesis. I didn't expect to have to fight through a nest of cultists to extract Quisley from this mess, but so be it. What's he gotten himself mixed up in now?
Do you know anything about Sithis cults?
What's there to know? They worship a god of death, darkness, and primordial chaos. Nothing good can come of that. Quisley's always getting into trouble, but it usually involves love or dice. He could be in real danger this time.
Love or dice? The Wood Elf saw Tanare Vals come through not long ago. She wants Quisley alive too.
Allowing Quisley to be dragged off to angry criminals is not much of an improvement. While Quisley might deserve it, I can't let Tenari Vales get him either. I want to try to grab one of these cultists and get some answers.
Why are you responsible for Quisley?
It's a long story. Suffice it to say, I owe his family a great debt. Quisley and I were more or less raised together. The Silvels count on me to watch out for him, or help him if he needs it.
So you and Quisley are like brothers.
That's what the Silvels say when they need me to help him. But he's their son. I'm just someone they raised. Forgive me if I sound ungrateful. They took me in and made sure I was clothed, educated, trained. They didn't have to do that.
How many times have you had to get Quisley out of trouble?
I've lost count. He does as he pleases. Unfortunately, what pleases him seems to land him in hot water. Every time. This, though. How Quisley stumbled into a cult's clutches, I can only guess.
You said you owe the Silvels a debt?
I'm the son of Lord Martel Hallix, a traitor.
Bastian Hallix, that's his name. A traitor? I haven't heard of him.
I suppose the story's not well known outside of court circles. My father was one of High King Emmerich's most trusted advisors. But when I was only a toddler, he plotted to secretly murder Emmerich and appoint himself regent. Or so I'm told.
This explains a lot. What happened?
He failed, of course. Others in my family were implicated in the plot. The High King stripped House Hallix of its titles and domains. My mother died of shame. I was far too young to have been a part of it, though, so the Silvels took me in.
Okay, so I have him on another account, and he has become... I really, really, really wanted to like the companions, and I really don't like him. I call him Bastian with a stick up his... He always wants you to do the right thing. I can't steal anything, you can't hurt anybody, you have to toe the line when you have him, or he gets upset and you get negative. I'll show you at the end. You have to build a rapport with him. And so if you do something that's not quite legal, he has negative, it has a negative effect on the way he feels about you. So I guess this kind of story sort of explains why he's like that. So I guess it's kind of sticking with the character. It's annoying, but okay, it makes sense now. Alright, so we come back out of this little dead end. And instead of going back the way we came, we head off this direction here. Excuse me. Whoop. Generally don't want it to be that close. Probably could have just run by them, but they're here. Yeah, I've heard that Mari is, and I kind of like her. I've tried her a little bit, not too much. But I've heard that she is okay with vampires, with werewolves. She's okay with stealing. I did find out earlier today she likes it when you do provisioning. So you can take her when you're doing your crafting. I'm probably going to give her more of a try. Her quest is a little bit harder to do, so I wanted to do this quest first so I can take Bastian with me on that quest. He does like to fight, so if you want to just take him for world bosses and delves and then just hang out with Mari when you're doing other stuff, I think that would probably work really well.
Let's corner one of these cultists.
He seems to tend to get a little bored if you just take him, for wandering around town and doing just other things, and it seems to have a negative effect on the rapport. But I think if you kept him just purely for battles, I think he would probably do really well. She likes when you make wine. Yeah, I don't remember what I don't remember what I was making, but she was like, "Hey, can I get a taste of that?"
You'd better not lay a finger on me. You have no idea who you're dealing with. Zenithar, give me patience. What is the meaning of this intrusion? Who are you people? What do you think you're doing here? I warn you, I am favored by the daughter of Sithis. She will avenge every injury you inflict on me.
We need information. We're looking for Quisley Seville.
Quisley Silvel? He belongs to Laleus now. She is the daughter of Sithis, and none dare defy her. Leave while you can. You're fools if you think you can save him from her.
Okay, we can say, fine, where is Laleus then? When will she sacrifice Quisley? Or we can intimidate him. If anything happens to Quisley, you're not walking out of here. Personally, I always go for the intimidate or the persuasion if it's available. I'm just going to go for that.
No, no! Quisley is Laleus' consort. You'll find them in the Fane of Scorn. I think the way there is back the way you came. Or maybe ahead. He's safe for now, though. They've got someone else to sacrifice today. Please, don't hurt me.
I think if you don't intimidate, it probably just as another little step that you have to do. He might send you on a wild goose chase. Maybe I would have had to go back and search back. So I'm not exactly sure. Another sacrifice?
They caught a dark elf sneaking around.
Just go to the Mages
Even
Guild or
now,
the
she
Fighters
faces
Guild
the
and
death
get
of
that
the crystal
perk
fangs in the
early
ritual
on.
room
And
just ahead.
you don't need to worry about
But Laleus
all the little
isn't there.
running around
She
stuff.
and her brother are in the Fane below. Your Quisley is with them, I think.
Bastian, what do you want to do with this cultists? Who are you people anyway? Let's ask him. Who are you people anyway?
We follow Sithis, Serpent of Chaos, Unmaker, Bringer of Endings. The daughter of Sithis claims this place has been sacred to the Unmaker for years uncounted. Only when all has been consumed in the jaws of the void can the world be reborn.
Why would you join a cult devoted to such things?
War tears the Empire apart. Daedric sorcery scourges the land. Chaos reigns. In times such as these, what power is greater than chaos? It seemed pretty exciting and different. Now I'm not so sure. I didn't really expect all the killing.
Bastian, what do you want to do with this cultist?
I don't believe him. I think he knows more than he says he does.
You've got Mari up to a level 12. That's impressive. Oh, and that's somebody's Mari right there.
The daughter of Sithis? The Fane of Scorn? I don't believe it. Quisley's fallen in with death worshippers?
Is Quisley the type to join a cult?
Hardly. The only thing that interests Quisley is himself. Either these Sithis followers hid their true nature to lure him in, or he's so besotted with a woman that he doesn't realize he's in danger. Either way, I'd better get him out of here.
What about Tanari Vels?
I'm not sure I believe this sniveling cultist, but we shouldn't let anyone get sacrificed. Not even Tanare Vels. Let's split up. You keep going, in case he's telling the truth. I'll see if I can find out more about the daughter and the Fane.
I'll see you later then.
Please, I'll tell you anything you want. Just let me go. I know where a map of this
Whoops.
place is. It's not far. Just, don't hit me. Helpful of you. What else can you tell me?
Argonian. I don't want Argoning. I want Blackwood loot. Apple basket. Got some apples, LJ. Alright, so we are going to go through this doorway here into Deep Scorn Hollow. I have been trying, this is bothering me, I cannot remember. What are they just glow mushrooms in Skyrim? I used to love collecting those things. Tycho says, lots of grinding in the public dungeon, I bet. I had been grinding zombies in Cold Harbor, but then realized I have a chance of... Hello? Champion gear dropping from... Yeah, the champion drop... What's that?
I just went to go get the mail, and I found a letter in there that was like, we'll buy your house as is, in cash.
Okay, I'm streaming.
Sorry. It's just...
Yeah, well, I guess it's a buyer's market, huh? Or a seller's market?
I mean, during COVID, people
Help!
are desperate for houses.
Break these crystals!
Hilarious.
Please, they're killing me!
Okay, so we gotta break the crystals and free Tanari. I think there should be some people here, but there's so many people in these dungeons right now that a lot of the people that we need to fight are already dead.
Thank you, stranger.
So you will probably
Let's
have to
talk
battle
somewhere safer.
battle a little more than I'm having to. If you come after probably the first month, I think it'll start to slow down. I don't know. This thing has always been empty for me. I'm kind of curious to just wait and see if some kind of it seems like a boss should be in here. Necromancers, Nightblade, Necromancer. Okay, so there's quite a few in here. You have to battle these 3 when you first come in, and then you're going to have to battle one of each of these for each of the crystals. So, not terrible, but, you know, it'll keep you busy for a couple of minutes.
Those idiots were going to sacrifice me to Sithis.
That's what happens when you come in caves. Tanari Vels.
Ugh, my skin still feels like I've got 1,000 tiny spiders biting me. That was horrible. Oh, and thank you. I don't know what someone like you is doing here, but I won't argue with Providence.
I'm helping Bastian Hallix find his foster brother.
Ah, the dutiful and not terribly clever mage. I'll bet he's angry with me. I took care not to inflict any permanent damage on him, and I fully intended to set him free just as soon as I finish here. It's business, not personal.
I freed Bastian and found your contract with Lars Tull.
Then you understand my predicament. I need Sylvel if I want Lars Tull off my back. But it's not worth getting myself killed over. Help me get out of here and I'll help you. I got to look at a map, so I think I know where you can find Sylvel.
Okay, we can say very well, let's go, but we're gonna go, what do you know about this place?
Not much. Lars Tull suspected that Quisley was hiding out in a smuggler's cave on the coast. I thought I'd have to check them all. Then I ran into your friend, Bastian. I knew there was something off about the smuggler story, though. It didn't fit.
How much of a debt does Quisley Seville owe this Lars Tull?
He must be in deep, if Lars Tull is willing to write off what I owe to get his claws on Quisley. Too bad for him, but it's a chance for me to get out of a bad situation. Lars Tull makes a good living from other people's mistakes. Or desperation.
How did you end up in debt to Lars Tull?
I borrowed gold against imagined winnings like every gambler ever. You ask a lot of questions.
That's
Not
me.
to be rude, but I'd
Just
really
nosy.
rather find Quisley and get out of here. These cultists already tried to sacrifice me once.
Yeah, but I'm
after
gonna keep
all.
asking you questions. You said something about a map?
I found notes left behind by some unfortunate scholar. He'd apparently come here to make a survey of the ruins. I hope he had the good sense to retreat when he found fresh evidence of occult presence. More likely, he came to a bad end.
Did you see anything about a chamber called the Fane of Scorn?
I did. It's all the way down at the end of this maze, naturally. The scholar's notes hinted that it's an abandoned temple, once dedicated to Sithis. Well, probably not abandoned now.
Probably not.
Good. I saw a rough map of this place before I got caught. so I think I know where to go.
Yeah, so we're
I'll
gonna
keep
come
out
down
of
this
your way
way.
if we run into more cultists. After that ritual, I'm in no condition for a fight. The cultists definitely go on and on about Sithis.
So we are on our own, and she is just gonna follow behind us and not help. Zombies!
Now, kill!
Ow, kill. If I have to, I will do it. Oh, she made another one. Guess I should just killed her first. Thank you, Lydia. Good job. I guess I should have waited for my stamina to rebuild. Ah. You're in my way. Oh, I still have to kill you anyway. You're a lot easier with the other guy gone, though. I guess that don't need them healing them, do I? Unmaker Nightblade, Unmaker Knight. Huh. Oh, I forgot. They have the ability to just teleport quickly to me. It's easier if I can kill them when they're far off and they don't have time to run to me. Whoop. Uh-oh. The zombie got me. I am a mother. You vomiting all over my shirt would not faze me for a minute. I have raised 4 babies. I have 5 children right now. We took one in. She was already grown. I didn't have to change diapers.
Damn. Dead end and a vampire in a cage. This isn't terribly helpful. There's got to be a way through. I know what I saw on the map.
Amalexia's enchanted lantern comes in
Maybe
so
the map
handy.
showed a passage that isn't here?
For looting.
You're not part of this cult, are you? In fact, you appear to be lost. Your dark elf friend watches me with no small amount of suspicion. Perfectly understandable, but I'm not a slave to my hunger. Why are you wandering around Deepscorn Hollow anyway? The daughter of Sithis is fond of sacrificing strangers.
We're searching for a Breton named Quisley Seville.
I have heard the name. The daughter of Sithis herself has him. These miserable Sithis pretenders. I can show you the passage you seek. I'll consider it payback for the way they locked me up.
That would be helpful.
They hid the switch for a secret door under that crate over there by the wall. Clever, if one is a child. I cannot believe I thought these weak-minded fools might have a genuine insight into the dark mysteries of Sithis.
So I can say, thank you for your help, or tell me more about the Daughters of Sithis. So we're going to say, tell me more about the Daughters of Sithis.
The Lace is a noble from Leowen who made a game of dabbling in dark lore. As I understand it, she found this place and managed to wake a presence that had been sleeping here for ages. She surrendered to the darkness eagerly. I doubt that it cared.
What about all the socialites who follow her? Would you call them socialites? Maybe acolytes?
Fools and dilettantes bewitched by the daughter's powers. They believe she is the living embodiment of Sithis' dark will, servant of an ancient power. But the only power she serves is her own avarice and lust, like any greedy mortal.
Thank you for your help. Good manners are always nice.
Surprisingly helpful.
Okay, so we come over here to the... Okay, the quest marker is a little bit off the mark. There are still a few glitches.
Would you do me a favor in return?
The crate is not there.
I knew it. I never grow tired of being correct.
Yeah, there's still a few glitches in Blackwood. I found one of the little scrolls that you pick up had a typo in it in the female
Perhaps
questline.
before you rush off, you might unlock this cell? A favor in return for my showing you the switch? Let me again assure you, I am in control of my urges.
Crate.
I shall not harm you.
A vampire in control of his urges who was caught feeding and put in a cage. First tell me how you wound up in the cell.
I came here hoping the temple held answers about my condition. But the cultists discovered me as I fed upon an unwary noble from Gideon. The daughter of Sithis was intrigued,
Clearly under
but when she realized I had not yet mastered my powers, she locked me away.
Why don't you just turn into mist?
Yes, that would be an elegant solution to my predicament. I'm afraid that I'm rather new to this state of being. I haven't figured out that trick yet.
How do I know you won't attack us?
I'm still capable of gratitude, stranger. I just want to be free of this place. I came here expecting something quite different.
So, the last time I freed him, it just feels like the right thing to do. I'm going to come through at one point and I'll leave him in his cage and we'll see what happens then, and I'll try and show you what happens when I do it. But for today, I'm gonna say fine, I'll let you out.
Perhaps before you rush off, you might unlock this cell? A favor in return for my showing you the switch? Let me again assure you, I'm in control of my urges.
I think
I
this,
shall not harm you.
I think this is a glitch. Because...
I came here hoping
yeah.
the temple held... Yes, that would... I'm still capable of gratitude, stranger.
Yeah, there's a glitch. This quest is a little bit glitched. So the lock, you just come over here and...
Thank you. You have my gratitude. I gave you my word I would not harm you or your friend.
I broke
and I
it.
will keep it. Beware the daughter of Sithis. The thing she calls her brother is a flesh Atronach.
Flesh Atronach. Oh, goody. First tell me... no, I don't want to learn... No, we don't want to know how you wound up in the cell again. Alright, off we go.
This should take us right to the cult's hidden temple. Come on!
Tripping over logs.
Hold up a moment before we go on. I've been thinking.
Oh, thinking is never good.
I stumbled headlong into a bad situation once already. I do try to learn from my mistakes. I've been thinking. There's a good chance we won't find Quisley Sylvel alive.
What happens if you return empty-handed?
Nothing good. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it comes down to bringing Quisley in or taking his place, but it's close. I really need to be free of Lost Hull. I barely persuaded him to give me this chance. I won't get another one.
What do you suggest then?
This may sound ghoulish, but if Quisley is dead, I'd like his signet ring. It's big, gold, and set with rubies. If I bring it back to Lost Hull, it will show that I held up my end of our bargain, and he would take it in payment of my debt.
We need to locate Quisley first, alive or dead.
Someone's coming!
Oh, there you are.
I'm afraid I wasted my time on that cultist. He knew nothing. Glad I caught up to you. Oh, I see you put the fear of the gods into our captive cultist. He was sobbing on the floor when I gave up and left. I did meet a surprisingly talkative vampire, though. He told me which way you went. And seriously, do not turn your back on Tenare.
See, I'm wondering here if you don't release the vampire, I'm wondering if he doesn't maybe come and help you until after you've finished the quest. Have you learned anything more about this cult?
Our weepy friend told me that Quisley's quite taken with this daughter of Sithis. Figures. My guess is he told her his family is wealthy, so she's keeping him alive for ransom. We'll probably find them in the shrine they call the Fane of Scorn.
Tenari knows where the Fane is, although she thinks Quisley may have been sacrificed already.
She seems like the sort who expects the worst. I remain optimistic. I don't always get along with Quisley, but I don't want him to end up sacrificed by the cult. Or turned into some crime boss's object lesson, for that matter.
Someone has to pay Quisley's debts in Liewin.
Not at the cost of his life. I'll figure out something. I always do. But, just in case, warn Tenari that she'd better not try anything foolish when we get Quisley. She caught me off guard once. It won't happen again.
Let's just find him first, and then we can sort it all out.
You're not even going to apologize, are you?
I'm sorry?
Just keep your distance from Quisley. He's my responsibility.
Gotta love it when your NPCs bicker with each other. Okay, Unmaker Necromancer. Go get her, Lydia. Him. That was easy. Empty. Locked. Sack in a barrel. Nothing. Empty. Okay, so there's one on that side. One on that side. Some barrels. Bastion in the way. Lore book. Empty. And gotta love this. Oh, I don't know if it'll let me do it yet, but they have fixed the problem with companions. You can walk through him. No more Lydia's blocking doorways. What will the memers do? Okay, somebody's jumped in to help us out. That's nice. Ah, it's empty already. Okay, nothing much here. They're going to probably go in there and we're going to have to wait it out and do the boss.
Arise, my brother.
Separately.
Kill these trespassers.
What is it? Oh, okay. Ah, everything's empty.
Quisley!
Bastian, what are you doing here? Go away.
I'm no use in a fight right now.
Dear.
I'll keep back.
I'll get out of the way.
Okay, so we'll have to wait for it to re-res. That is one thing that's happening. Oh, we've got more people coming. We're gonna have help with this one way or another. That's one thing though with this DLC is the bosses seem to
Arise,
res
my brother.
very
Kill
quickly.
these trespassers.
Oh, okay. He's already here. He comes out of that sunken area right there.
I need to grab Quisley before he runs off again. The little bastard.
I didn't even see the what was her name? Leah? Talk to Quisley Seville. So I don't think if we hang around again, I don't think we'll get any help. Oh, there she is.
Kill these trespassers.
Okay, you kill her, you still have to kill the astronauts. The flesh astronauts. So it looks like, uh-oh. Okay, so that's both of them. Fleshy larva. Okay, so 3 times is enough. I think you guys got a good taste of what happens.
How dare you?
Honestly, though,
Police
I think it's a lot easier than it should be. For a lore book.
She murders people, you idiot! You were probably
Idiot lore
next.
I'm not talking to you, Bastian. That just
Spoiled
laughed
child.
at me.
Nope, nothing. What is that? Oh, it's a pot. Isn't this lovely? She's got a little bedroom down here. Ah, missed the backpack. Alright, let's go talk to him.
You spoiled everything!
Oh no!
You and that lumbering oaf my father insists on sending to make my life miserable, and whoever that dark elf is barging in and ruining my life. Who do you people think you are?
We saved your life. The cultists planned to sacrifice you.
Well, that's just your opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody here treated me as a guest of honor. And Lelace, the daughter of Sithis, chose me to be her consort. She told me that she'd give me the kiss of Sithis soon. Why would you ruin this for me?
Bastian tells me your parents demand your presence. Tanari says that Lars Tull wants a word with you.
I can't believe they sent Bastian after me again.
Again.
They treat me as if I were a wayward child. I am perfectly
acting like
capable
one.
of managing my own affairs.
Somebody needs to
I
put you
refuse
on
to go.
timeout. You refuse to go? You're lucky to be leaving this place alive, whoever claims you.
Claim me? I am not some sack of flour to be bargained over. Oh, very well. Bastian works for me, indirectly. I'll go with him. I can write a promissory note for the Dark Elf to deliver to her thug of a boss.
I wonder if we can,
You spoiled everything! Well, that's just
Tanari
your
says
opinion.
that Lars Tull wants
Everybody
a word with
here
you.
treated... That is no concern. Wait. Did you say Lars Tull? Is that why the Dark Elf's here? I've seen her in his headquarters. Oh dear. I may owe him some gold.
Yeah, you're lucky to be alive, whoever claims you.
Claim me? I am not some sack of flour
so
to be
then we can say, I'm
bargained over.
sure the decision is up to
very
you,
well.
Quisley. Oh, I'm not
Bastian
sure
works
this.
for me,
I'm not sure the decision is
indirectly.
up to you,
I'll
Quisley.
go with...
Okay, so we need to talk to her.
Bastian doesn't seem very fond of Quisley. I can't imagine why. We compared notes while you were talking with that simpering idiot. Bastian said he might have an idea that would solve things for both of us.
You don't want to deliver. You don't want to deliver Quisley to Lars Tull?
Years ago, I lost everything trying to get my brother out of a fishy trading scheme. Lars Tull offered to help me. I'm still paying for it. It would be grand to be done with Lars Tull and to pull one over him at the same time.
That sounds risky.
If Bastian's willing to work with me, and perhaps forget about the knocked out and tied up business, I think we might have room for a compromise.
I'll speak to him and see what he's thinking.
Once we get Quisley out of here, I'm done. I've paid my debt to his family 3 times over. All right. I think I know how to sort this out. If Tenare is prepared to listen, that is, I'm willing to overlook the knock on the head to settle this.
What's your plan?
First, we need to get Quisley out of Blackwood. Tenare doesn't have anything personal against him. Well, no more than anyone else who meets him. But the criminals she'd bring Quisley to might kill him.
Will Quisley go along with that?
I'll threaten to tell his parents about this whole affair unless he cooperates and goes straight back to Daggerfall. Quisley knows that Lord Sylvel can cut him off. It's the only threat that actually scares him. He would have to earn a living.
What about Tenari?
I think we can all walk away from this. We ship Quisley home, secretly. Then we make sure that Tenare has something she can take back to Lars Tull. Thank you, friend. I think Lord Sylvel would agree that you've earned your payment. What do you think, Tenare? Are you willing to give it a try?
I'll need to bring Lars Tull proof of Quisley's demise.
What kind of proof would you need?
I'm clearly not dead!
If I bring Quisley's signet ring to Lars Tull, he'll believe me.
That's what I was thinking. I'll tell the Sylvels that Quisley sold the ring to pay his debt.
I'm right here!
That ring should work. It might even cover most of Quisley's debt.
What? My ring? I'm not giving you a damn thing! Bastian, keep that woman away from me!
Don't fight, it's not nice.
Here you go. I'll make sure Quisley understands to stay away from Blackwood.
Thank you. This should clear my account with Lars Tull. And perhaps clear yours with this ingrate and his family too.
We should leave this place. I'll see Quisley on his way when he comes around.
And that basically completes the quest. You now have a companion. So now, if you go into your collections menu, there's a new option called Allies. So your assistants are there, and your companions are there. Okay, yeah, I don't have her yet. I was like, wait a minute, she's there. I have found, for me, it's easiest to just quick slot them. So I will set him on the quick slot and bring him up. And it does take a minute, so you have to switch between. There's a pause while they do the animation.
I'll be just a step behind you.
And he always appears naked. Okay, so if you
Always
talk to
ready to
him,
help.
you can ask him about your relationship.
I'm listening. What's on your mind?
How do you feel about our relationship? Let's
You're
talk
affable
about
enough.
us.
Just be honest with me and we'll get along fine.
Let's talk about something
Can I
else.
help you with something?
Okay, so if you go to the companion menu, you'll see this rapport here. You want to have it slide towards the green. If it gets too far towards the red, he will de-res himself. You can level him up here. He has his own equipment perks. And you can outfit him in different... He can dress like me. Look at him. Different outfits. Oh, doesn't he look lovely in a dress? Okay, I've got a lot. We won't go through all of them. He has his own default mount. But you can have him ride any of your mounts that you have. You just have to switch them. He comes with his own equipment and his... Oh, I forgot. Let's take that off of him. He comes with his own armor. It's level 1600. It's all white. He does not have jewelry. You have to earn the jewelry. You get the equipment and jewelry by world bosses, delve bosses. It's drops. You can buy the armor and equipment. He comes with an Inferno staff. You can buy other items for him. If you go into Liewin, there is... I think it is... Gosh, I found it. It's... Where my apartment? I think it's in here. Ah, here. Right here. You can go in there and you can buy... I think I bought a sword was $250. A shield was $250. A lot of the two-handed stuff is $500. Don't go to the guild traders and pay. They're charging like 20,000 gold for the items you can get at these merchants for 500 gold. So just go there first if there's something special you need. But most everything you can get in a drop, unless you need something right now, right away, I would not pay the guild trader fees. I honestly think they will come down considerably. So he follows you around. He will fight with you. You do have to kind of watch his health bar and make sure that he stays alive. But that's it. That's how you get the companion. And so we're going to end there. And hope you enjoy Bastian. I personally, he's not a favorite. We will do another stream and show you how to get Mari. She seems to be the most popular one. She's a little more complicated to get, but we will take Bastian along and he will give us a hand. Thanks for joining us.